The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Can the Jets get a damn win tomorrow? Their path to doing it. We will discuss it. A lot of injuries for the Cowboys, and the point spread is moving. Buffalo Jet fan will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines of every game and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Click the thumbs up button. That's the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right over there. Helps our channel continue to grow. Reminder, we are live immediately after the Jets-Cowboys game tomorrow. If you want to watch someone have a live heart attack on the air, the Yankees are playing game 2 of their series against the Blue Jays at the same time. So if the Jets lose and then the Yankees are playing, it will be a must-watch post-game show. It might be my last ever post-game show. So make sure you tune in. Also, tomorrow morning, if you want more Jets coverage, NFL coverage, Mike Tannenbaum and I have our weekly radio show, New York Game Day, on ESPN New York from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So listen on the ESPN New York app or 8:80 a.m. if you're in the New York City area. With that said, let's say hello to today's guest. He's one of our favorites. He is one of the funniest content creators out there. The Buffalo Jet fan joins us now. BJF, are you ready for more pain and potentially misery tomorrow afternoon?
I'm ready for some points. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but it's tough to pick the Jets. You know, last week I picked the Jets to win against Miami, and now you're just gonna have to wait and see for when that first win is coming. So not an ideal start, that's for sure.
Now we have to start with your tweet last week. I put it up on the post-game show, and this was so funny. So you tweeted right after the game on Monday, Jake Asman is going to execute a listener on his post-game show. And then you tweeted me, who will it be? I put it up on our post-game. We were laughing in the chat, in the community. But can you explain to the audience what happened specifically to your Twitter account after sending that tweet?
Yeah, I got flagged as incitement of violence, so I had to click a couple agreements that I wouldn't tweet stuff like that anymore and take the post down. So I was not being serious. I don't wish anybody any bodily harm. You know, just trying to have some fun.
The fact that you got flagged for that is just unbelievable. The life of being a Jet fan, man. This has been as bad as it's ever been, man. Because I don't know what we point to for reasons for hope right now. It feels kind of just empty at 0-4. Not that I had playoff hopes, but even if for those out there saying, "Oh, what did you expect?" Did you really think this team would be staring at 0-5, maybe 0-6 in the face going into the year?
No, I didn't. And I think when I was doing my record prediction, I think I was about 6.5. You know, I'll add one on to the Vegas total. So I'm all right, 7 wins. And that seemed I think I would probably bet lower than that now at this point at 0-4. But I mean, some of us did. My guy Green Bean, he was the whole offseason, he was like, look, not trying to be that guy, but it's going to be pretty rough, right? So for him, it makes sense. But to me, if I were to just say, Dan Campbell went 0-1,000,000, so it's perfectly fine, and we should like this, that would be dishonest because I foolishly, predict them to be a little bit more competitive. Yes, if there's anything for positivity or hope, I do think that maybe we might have something here with this offensive coordinator and the offensive line. 2 things that we've never had in a long time. It just seems like with the Jets, once you kind of get, you get your tires squared away and maybe an alternator, and then your transmission drops off the bottom and vice versa. We just can't seem to put the whole car together. But honestly, offensively, I think that they're better than the numbers show. And defensively, I think they might be even worse than the numbers indicate.
You want to start with the positive offense or
Sure.
the negative defense? We'll do the positive, right? Let's give
Yeah.
people something, because I do agree with you. I think the offensive line has played well. I think it's always misleading when we look at like pressures allowed with
Mhm.
Fields because of how long he holds the ball. Even Tyrod holds the ball a long time. I think the tackles have been good. Membo's been really, really good, so that's encouraging. Tippins look good at
Mhm.
guard. I think they do have something there. It's just the lack of any true weapons, but Garrett Wilson still producing. That's a positive. Mason Taylor seems like he's coming into his own. It's so frustrating because in the last 2 games, they've had 3 points late into the third quarter. Like they take
Yeah.
too long to really get going.
Yeah, and the defense is real, and the offense really, it's been a story of fumbles and their defense not doing them any favors. I was thinking after the Miami game, I was like, I feel like at the same time, the Jets are 3 plays away from being 3-1, but also they're the worst team in NFL history. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. But yeah, if you look at that Miami game, dude, their first possession, right? They draw up a beautiful script, right? They have Max Mitchell out there, jumbo package. Like, you know what? This is the game where we're gonna just play rugby. And the Miami Dolphins, I think if Braylon Allen punched in that touchdown, I think the Dolphins were ready to roll over and die. Like the Dolphins were
Agreed.
begging to be put out to pasture, fire their coach. And I think they, you can never tell how the rest of the game is going to go. But if I had to bet, like if they score that opening game touchdown, I think the Jets probably win that game. And Tanner Engstrand, it worked. They came out with a very game opponent specific plan. They drove right from the field, fumble. That's a bummer. And then they don't get the ball back until 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And then their next drive stalls. They get to midfield, and then they turn it over on downs. And then the ensuing kickoff of the and then they get the ball at the end of the half. They score. Ensuing kickoff is fumbled. So now it's their 4th possession, like halfway through the third quarter. You can't survive that way. The defense is like you almost would rather them just give up an 80-yard touchdown and get off the field, but it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's really not doing the offense a lot of favors. But some positive numbers from the offense. They're number 1 in yards before contact per rush by a wide margin. So that means both schematically and from a personnel standpoint, they're blocking very well. To be honest, I think their running backs have been pretty pretty replaceable. Obviously, Breece Hall is very talented. He's not breaking a lot of tackles. They're just getting the yards that are blocked for them. Like every Braylon Allen run that picks up yards is like a massive hole. And like he powers forward for a yard, but their blocking has been good. They were 24th in that last year. They were a very bad run blocking last year. So offensive line coach, just offensive coordinator, obviously having a running quarterback. And then, like Armand Membu has been a massive upgrade. So that's great. They're actually, believe it or not, they're 6th in separation rate on their targets. There have been more, I think there's been more schemed up open players than would indicate, because both Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields, particularly in the first 3 games, not so much the last one, missed a lot of open receivers. They're 2nd, Jake, in explosive offensive plays, that go over 20 yards in the entire league. They're 2nd in that. So it's like, okay, you're getting big plays. You're scheming up holes for your running backs. You're scheming up a lackluster pass catching unit to get open. And Justin Fields, he's on track to be top 5 in Jets history in completion percentage, yards per attempt, passer rating as well. And it's a pretty low bar. So it's like, hey man, they might have something here. I think the issue with the offense is they really needed Arian Smith to exist year 1, right? Once they went Membu round 1, Taylor round 2, cool. But out of those next 3 mid-round picks, they really needed to come away with some sort of pass catching weapon. And we're talking like a dude who can get 380 yards and 3 touchdowns, something, because Josh Reynolds and Tyler Johnson, it's just, it's like throwing you or me out there, Jake. It's been pretty tough. But yeah, offensive line, offensive coordinator, 2 like infrastructural components of an offense that we've lacked in for a long time, I think actually look pretty decent.
I think when it comes to like receiver or just trying different things, why not try and use like Stone Smart as like a big slot? Like, what is Allen Lazard doing that justifies any sort of playing time? Like, Josh Reynolds, at least, I guess he's valuable as a blocker. I hear that about Lazard, and then you watch the All 22, and I'm not seeing anything from Lazard that I don't think Stone Smart couldn't do. I want them to try something different. I don't think they use enough screens as well. I'd like to see Breece be more involved in that area too. But it's really tough to complain about the offense, just given how inept, and we'll get to that, just how inept the defense has been. Like, if the Jets defense was just mediocre, they probably have 2 wins right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if they don't have 2 kick return fumbles, if Kane Nwangwu doesn't get hurt, like it's crazy. We might be Kane Nwangwu away from the like a playoff run. It's insane, man. So close, but so far away. Yeah, the defense has been tough, and I think it is one area where you look at some of the investments they made, because it was a pretty frugal offseason, but they did dish out, $15 million a year to Sherwood, who was a free agent. They made Sauce the highest, a record-setting, contract. Stevens got solid cornerback 2 money. Even Cisco, it was like $8 million bucks, and then they drafted 3 back 7 defenders in the mid rounds. So in a pretty frugal offseason, the way they invested was like, okay, we're going to have a decent coverage unit. That seemed to be their priority. You have Coach Glenn and Coach Wilkes have a combined 7 years of defensive coordinating between them. You got some veterans on the defensive staff like Chris Harris. So if there was one thing that I think it was reasonable to expect immediate competency, it would have been the coverage unit. And it might be the worst unit on the team. Like, somebody is open every play. So, and there's significant personnel limitations, especially with Jermaine and Quincy out. Like, you're not going to fire Steve Wilkes and become a top 5 defense. But I do think you may have to look at tweaking that, whether it's Aaron Glenn taking more control, like especially after the bye week, if things don't improve, because you have to start evaluating some stuff, and you really have to figure out what is schematics and what is personnel, because they're going to have their work cut out for them defensively for sure. I'm excited to see this kid Brownlee, because dude, their slot corners have been so bad. Michael Carter, it sucks. I think he's just injured, and he's not what he once was. Isaiah Oliver is like not a real person, I don't think. So that maybe this kid Brownlee get in there, because some of the, like, between Michael Carter, Isaiah Oliver, and Tony Adams, like, it is just complete liabilities back there on the back 7. Now, those guys in particular have been a really bad watch. Ironically, Stevens has been kind of okay the last 2 weeks.
It's just going to be fascinating to see just how bad this continues to get, because doesn't it kind of feel like, while Glenn is not going to be the fall guy in year 1, we all could see Steve Wilkes being one and done as the DC?
Yeah, and I think people draw parallels to the first Lions season, and Dan Campbell did make a switch at offensive coordinator at the end of the year as Anthony Lynn, and then he ended up getting Ben Johnson, and that worked out. So it's, again, you don't want to just start putting all these things on one guy for an 0-4 start. I know Steve Wilkes has been a punching bag for the fan base. Again, look, they're playing Braden McGregor and Tyler Barron are bluntly not NFL players. Like, Michael Clemens is probably a guy you'd want like healthy scratches, like your 53rd guy on a good defense. So just look at the drop off. There was a time, dude, on this same team we had, JFM, Jermaine Johnson, Bryce Huff. Like, Will McDonald was healthy scratched because of how deep this defensive line was like 18 months ago. And now they are just playing like Madden generated dudes. So it's not all on Wilkes, but at what point do you want to start tinkering with some strategy back there to see what's working and what's not?
Totally agree. Hit the like button if you're tuning in. Buffalo Jet fan, one of the great content creators out there, is our guest. We got a great giveaway this morning as we're going to try and manifest a Jet win tomorrow. Signed Wayne Corbett jersey is the top prize. If you want a chance to win this, all you need to do is send in a $10 super chat or higher. That will get you 2 raffle tickets. $20 super chat will get you 5. 50 gets you 10. 100 gets you 20. And oh, by the way, if you gift memberships, for as many memberships you gift, that's how many raffle tickets you get. And the Austrian Jet fan starts us off by gifting the community 5 channel memberships. Let's go.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're shit.
Hopefully, when the Jets win, we could replace the "We're the New York Jets, we're shit" with the OG one. AJF, thank you for supporting the show. You're in the raffle for 5. Dark Knight Steve checks in. Loved Wayne Corbett. We sure could use number 80 right now. Amen, Steve. You are in for 5 as well. The thing is, when you look at the defense, it feels like when there's a play that is working against the Jets defense, the team the Jets are playing just does it over and over and over again. And I feel like that's a sign of bad coaching if you're never able to adapt or adjust and just come up with a different way to stop a play that's killing you.
Yeah, I haven't played Madden in a while, but I know in the old Maddens, like on the PS2, you could kind of find like a gimmick play that wouldn't work, and your friend would like run it and it's like, come on, dude, like do something else. Like you run it over and over again, like a glitch in the game or something. It definitely feels that way. Particularly there, did you see the movie Weapons, that horror movie Weapons?
I heard of it. I never saw it though.
So basically, like this lady casts a spell on these kids, and they all have to like run towards one person that she wants, and like that's how the Jets defense pursues the ball. Like they're all just like drones, like running after the ball, and then when someone cuts back, they're like aghast that was like a possibility. So that's pretty tough, and they bite so hard on play action. Actually they've been decent against the run for the most part. Like I think their defensive interior is the only part of the defense that's played like maybe above expectations, but it's so easy when they get their linebackers get no depth, and then you can just run those intermediate crossers and the quarterback doesn't even have to throw layered throws. And there's also just missed tackles. Like, to me, I know people always say, "Oh, bench this guy, bench that guy," when they don't have the bodies to do it in a lot of places. But for one, to me, is like, I'm done with Tony Adams, man. You drafted this kid Malachi Moore.
Woody was right. Woody got that one right, Jet fans.
Yeah. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, Woody was right. But Malachi Moore was starting for Nick Saban, I think, when Aaron Glenn was playing corner on the Jets. Like, Malachi Moore is like an older draft prospect. He's 24 years old. He's had a training camp of preseason and a month of the regular season. Like, put that kid out there, because did you see the effort by Tony Adams on the A-chain touchdown late?
So bad.
And Sauce Gardner, who look, he's going to have high expectations as a highly paid player. Sauce Gardner comes screaming off the edge, cracks into the fullback, does his job, kicks the run back inside, and your teammate just escorts the running back into the end zone. Like, there has to be some non-negotiables. And I think one non-negotiable is you have to have some effort in tackling. You can't bench every player who has a drop or a penalty. But if you're just showing like you don't want to be on the field, and it was a 1-score game at the time, like, dude, just put Malachi Moore out there. I'm all set with Tony Adams.
That's well said. Now, for this game tomorrow, let's talk about why the line is moving. These odds are courtesy of our presenting sponsor, FanDuel Sportsbook. It's been 2.5 all week. Now it's down to 1.5. So the Jets actually are getting some public money coming in with people betting on them. Here's the reason why. This tweet sums it up from John Makota, who covers the Dallas Cowboys. Offensive starters for Dallas that they could be without in this game tomorrow. CeeDee Lamb, he's already out. Tyler Guyton, their left tackle, he's out. Their right guard, Tyler Booker, he's out. Their starting center, Cooper Beebe, he's out. Wide receiver, Kavontae Turpin, he's out. So they're down 2 wide receivers. They still do have George Pickens. Left guard, Tyler Smith, is questionable. So from an injury standpoint, obviously we could play this game with the injuries that Tampa had, and we saw what happened with the Bills. They didn't have Ed Oliver. That didn't matter. We saw what happened with the Dolphins losing Tyreek Hill in the first half of that game. That still didn't matter. But from a point spread standpoint, a lot of money coming in on the Jets because of those injuries. What do you make of the Jets potentially being in position to be in this game, maybe actually win this game?
Well, I think they'll be in the game. I don't think anyone will be surprised if it's a 1-possession game with 3 minutes left. It's just hard to have confidence in the Jets to finish that game as of now. And look, Dak Prescott, I know people like to make fun of Dak Prescott all day long. Dude, Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. He can play. And Shoddy has that offense humming pretty good. So, you're looking at this Jets offense, and the question is, like, can you score 27 points minimum? Because I think that's going to have to kind of be the number that you're going to have to get to. And the Cowboys might have one of the only few teams in the NFL that have a worse defense than the Jets. So they're going to have to get explosive plays on offense. I mean, the defense will have to force a turnover eventually. Now, the record is 7. That's the fewest turnovers ever forced in a full NFL season. So it has to happen eventually. Can you force just one turnover? Force one turnover, because that's another part of your offense. Like, dude, the Jets defense, they are bottom 3 in 3-and-outs forced, and they're obviously last in turnovers. So the offense is getting on average like 8 yards less starting field position, which is significant when you talk about you have to get 1 first down to be in field goal range. So the defense just force one turnover. Like, is Dak going to throw for a bunch of yards? Probably. Are they going to move the ball? Probably. But can you just hold up once in the end zone and get like 1 turnover and give the offense a chance? That's really the bar for the defense, because I think Fields and Engstrom are probably going to be able to move the ball a bit, and they're probably going to have, whatever, 24-ish points. Just hard to think it's going to be enough to win with the way the defense is played. I do wonder if Jermaine Johnson being listed as questionable, and it sounds like they're like the fact they haven't ruled him out and he hasn't practiced all week. I think it kind of tells you how desperate they are for whatever version of Jermaine they can get to be out there on the field. He's probably not going to play if I had to bet on it, but the fact that he hasn't practiced all week, and Glenn has said if you don't practice, chances are you're not going to play, but with Jermaine, he's still listed as questionable. That tells me how desperate they are to try and get him back. Yeah, they're crossing their fingers. They just get some last-minute good news from the training staff with Jermaine. Obviously, he's a huge help, because then it's like Clemens is that next guy, and then it kind of bumps either McGregor or Barron out of the rotation instead of playing big minutes. But I got to be honest, man, like, did Jermaine Johnson need to play 92% of the snaps in his first game off of an Achilles tear is kind of my question. And now he's injured again. Look at now, I get they're going off information from doctors and all that, and it was cool to see him out there, but it's like, let's actually exercise I don't know. That
It's
was a
tough,
lot.
but do we know that's how he got it? Do we know that
Right.
contributed to him getting hurt? Like, I guess
We
we'll never
don't.
know.
We don't, but just a question. I don't know.
Yep.
But yeah, obviously he'd be huge to get him back.
It's just they're not going 0-17, so they're going to win a game, and they're going to win a game that they're not supposed to. This, this is one of those games where like it would feel like a big upset, but with all the injuries Dallas has, the point spread being what it is, like Dallas is also. It's not like they're they were 3-0 and the Jets were in the spot with Gase when they were 0-4 in 2019. Like this Dallas team's 1-2-1. Their defense has actually been statistically worse than the Jets defense. Like this game is not impossible for them to win. They will win a game they're not supposed to. It's just tough right now, to your point, to picture the Jets in a tight game actually being able to execute and win a game late.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. They have to find a way to get a turnover and the fumbles. Like the one thing that is just kind of cruel and bad luck is that there's been I forget what the exact stat is, but there's been like 15 fumbles in Jet games and they've recovered like 2 of them, which is kind of a random arbitrary number. So yeah, you got to force a turnover, man.
I have the fumble stat somewhere. There was like a screenshot of it. It's like, it's insane.
It's crazy. But and look at the Cowboys offense with CeeDee Lamb out. Like I don't know if it'll work, who knows? But the game plan kind of writes itself, because if CeeDee Lamb is out, then you can have Sauce travel with Pickens. And I think Sauce does a little bit better at the more contested catch type of receivers than the straight up speedsters. And then the Cowboys also have their number 3 receiver out. So if Sauce can pitch a shutout versus Pickens, like, I mean, it's there for you to take. Like, there's a lot of these games where even against the Bucs, like all 5 offensive linemen are out. Like, you got to take advantage at some point. I know you're an underdog, but like you said, they're not going to go in 17. So you're at home, and this is, I don't know, it's probably as good a chance as any. My fear is when the Jets play good defenses. Like, that's when it's going to be a real struggle. So I think they have a better chance to win more of a shootout type of a game, to be honest.
Do you think that the Jets defense is capable of putting any pressure on Dak, or are we just going to see what Miami was doing? Just, hey, get the ball out quick, and we'll dare the Jets secondary and linebackers to actually be in position to cover.
Well, that'll be the plan. That was their game plan when the Cowboys played the Jets last time, and it was a different defense. But yeah, right now against the Jets, you're just doing those quick yak intended throws and forcing them to tackle is really what the game plan is going to be until proven otherwise. So they got to force their way into some coverage sacks. I mean, their stunts and their pressures don't really seem to be hitting. Like, again, I don't want to just make it like Steve Wilkes is the reason why the Jets have been bad for 27 years, but it's just hard to see any schematic advantages that they're getting. They actually run the fewest amount of cover 6 in the NFL, which is the number 1 disguise defense. I think when the Jets line up, even you on TV, like, when they're bringing those 2 linebackers blitzing up the B gap, like you kind of know that. So maybe a little bit more disguise, but yeah, that's the game plan against the Jets, is just to, when they play man, you can kind of get what you want against Tony Adams in their slot corner, and you could do yak intended throws, and they're going to have one of the higher missed tackle rates. That's, until they prove otherwise, that's how teams are going to attack them.
You brought up Steve Wilkes. So Tristan says Steve Wilkes is a war criminal. You wouldn't go that far?
I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's like Hackett, because you're like, this guy keeps getting jobs. Like, he's been around the league. Both him and Hackett were somehow head coaches, but it's
twice. Steve Wilkes the head coach twice.
Yeah, and I know one of them, I think, was a firing. He stepped in.
Yep.
But
he had a winning record. He had a winning record with Carolina as an intern.
Wow. I mean, and he is. I mean, he looks probably like, what is he in his later 50s or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes the game kind of passes you by a little bit. That happened with Mike McCarthy, where it's like, oh, you had the top offense, and then 2 years later, it's like you were kind of a dinosaur. So maybe he has been capable at some point. I know that the Niners did make a Super Bowl with him as the DC, but then they also did fire him after that. So I don't know, man. He might. I think he is probably gets a larger proportion of the blame pie for how bad they've been early on, to be honest.
It's just, it really is truly astonishing just how quickly this defense just deteriorated. Obviously it's a different scheme and the talent is not what it was a couple of years ago, but I think that's why I've been so disappointed with this team, because I didn't think the Jets are going to be great, BJF. I had them at 7 wins and I changed it to 6 after the AVT injury that week, but yeah. I thought it was going to be because our offense just sucked. Justin Fields was not good. They didn't have a number 2 receiver. Teams were just going to take Garrett Wilson away for a lot of the game. the offense has been competent, and Fields has played well enough to me in his starts to at least be 2-1. Like, he's not been their problem. The defense being as bad as they've been, and I know special teams has had turnovers too, but like I didn't think this defense with 8 of its 11 starters would be allowing 25 plus points in all 4 of their games so far. Like, it's straight up unacceptable how bad it's been.
Yeah, you'd almost rather it be, oh, the Jets are really bad because of Fields, and like we're gonna have a top 3 pick, and then we're gonna pick a quarterback, and we'll be fine. But now it's like, to me, it's like, I don't. Somebody told me that, like, oh, you can't evaluate anything until you get a QB, and it's like, dude, if you're watching this first month of the season, and you're thinking like you're gonna put John Mateer or like Lenora Sellers in there, and everything is fixed, like I don't know, like I don't know, man. Like we'll get to that point when we come to it. We got a long season left, but yeah, I think you are right. Like, where Fields has played capable enough to win in 2 out of the 3 games. Now, I think with Engstrand, a couple of things that I think are worth noting in terms of a criticism is they gotta try and find more balance early in games, because it seems like they play rugby for 2 quarters and then they go into their 2-minute offense for 2 quarters. And can you split the different? And again, that opening drive worked where they ran right down their throat, but it seems like Fields is kind of tight early. Like, you have to find ways to get him comfortable early on. Because have you noticed in his first couple of throws, it's like a wobbling duck. It's like He's not settled early in the game. But to be honest, Jake, when Fields has had to drop back and pass against 4-man rushes, he's throwing the ball better than I thought he would. Like, I thought, like, oh my gosh, if the Jets are down 10 in games, we're going to be screwed because, he can't throw. That's when he's been at his best, ironically. So he gave the guy, $30 million guaranteed. You can't call plays like he's Tim Tebow for the first half. You got to let it rip a little bit. And then also you have to find a way to throw a screen pass to counter these all out blitzes that they're doing. Like, if teams are going to jailbreak blitz you have to find a way to make them pay, because on the last play of the Bucks game, the Jets are showing double mug linebacker blitz. The Baker sees it. They throw a tunnel screen. They get 14 yards, and that's how they win the game. So you got to punish defenses for being that aggressive.
That's well said. NY in Atlanta has gifted a membership. He's in the raffle for 1. So is the Jetstream, who actually won a Wayne Corbett jersey last week on the show. He has a chance to win another at the end of the show. And by the way, folks, for those of you who aren't aware, when you enter to win a daily raffle prize, you're automatically entered in our weekly raffle series. It will be Tuesday morning. We got a signed Joe Namath helmet, signed Corbett football, and a signed Sauce jersey as the top 3 items in this week's raffle. Some more super chats, and then a big picture question about Aaron Glenn I want to ask BJF about. Alan checks in. He says the Jets still undefeated against the Cowboys at MetLife. They will win eventually. It could be this week. Not optimistic, but looking for something here. Still waiting for my first Asmaniac raffle win. Good luck, Alan. You were in for 2. Look, you never want to go full Adam Gase, BJF, but if there was ever a time for Aaron Glenn to channel his inner Adam Gase, it's to go out there at 0-4 when your 5th game of the season is at home against the Cowboys and get your first win as the Jet head coach. That's what AG needs to do.
Do you think he should call Adam Gase ahead of the week and get some advice on this game plan? Yeah, of course, like the Jets obviously have a habit of winning games, like once we've kind of counted them out. But I'll say this, man, like I don't know. Can you pick them to beat the Cowboys or the Broncos? No, but 2-4 is so much better than 0-6, because I think if you're 0-6 heading into a bye week, it's like guys are going to start checking out. And on the point of like, well, what did you expect? They were never going to win any games. Like, who cares if it's a rebuild? Well, Garrett Wilson cares. Quinn Williams cares. And I think that's what was so gut-wrenching about that Pittsburgh game, because I really wanted them, like those guys in particular, who the Jets can go 0-17, and those are 2 guys I'll defend every week, is Garrett Wilson and Quinn Williams. You really want those guys to see like the tangible result of, okay, here's new things. We tried all these new things in camp. We're buying in, and you just want them to see it result in the win column. You really want us. It's important for them. It's I don't know. It's going to be tough to build culture in the complete absence of winning. I think you could take steps towards it, but 0-6 and then into a bye that's hard. It's going to be hard to build culture. And it's a big challenge for Aaron Glenn. It's a massive challenge, because you can kind of see like they just, I don't know, man, like when that ball got punched out by Allen, when Gibson fumbled against the Steelers, you don't say it, you don't tweet it, you wait, but in your soul, you're like, ball game.
Yep.
Ball game. It was the first drive. I think it was 3-0 as a fumble against a bad team. But in my soul, I'm like, ball game. That's it. It's a wrap. And I think if we can feel that, like you can kind of see the players feel that too. And like, how do you etch that out of them? You got to start getting some wins to etch that out of them. It's really hard because it seems like it's seeped in, man. I don't know, like into the grounds of MetLife, man. But you can feel it, right?
You just you get that sinking feeling. Here we go, because the first sign of adversity, this team folds. And like, while the Braylon Allen fumble was horrific, it doesn't then justify the defense for allowing a 15-play, 96-yard drive. And like Sauce Gardner, you got to make a play on 4th and goal. Like the lack of respect Miami had for the Jets to just say, yeah, we're going to go for it. 4th and goal at the 5. We're going to throw. We're going to get it and throw to a guy that was a rapper a year prior. Like, it's just like, this is the stuff we're talking about, man. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, you got to laugh because as soon as you saw Darren Waller was active, you're like, oh yeah,
here we go.
We're gonna get some of that. Yeah, man. So maybe it is just like a massive turnover on the roster is going to be needed. They have like 30 guys on expiring contracts. Like, I don't know, do they have to get some of the guys who are just like bluntly, as respectfully as it can be said, like losers out of here, and then kind of retool it for next year? But yeah, man, they gotta win this game, man. You can't be 0-6 flying over to, you can't be 0-5 flying over to Europe, man. That's bad.
Isn't part of the problem though, right? Like the head coach comes out, says they're not the same old Jets, and then it's like you go out there on Miami and you play like that. And then even like when we talk about roster turnover and the Jet fans out there who only want to be positive, oh, what did you expect? It's like some of the guys that are screwing up are decisions that this new regime already made, or like they chose to retain Michael Clemens, Xavier Gibson, Tony Adams. They chose to pay $36 million to their new number 2 corner in Brandon Stevens. They chose to sign Andre Sisco. A lot of the things that have hurt them, re-signing Sherwood, which I was on board with, but it's like, if you don't know, if you don't think he's a scheme fit, then all right, like, what are you doing there? Like, to me, some of the issues I have is that like Aaron Glenn is like saying, big ships take a while to turn, and talking about instant coffee and Legos. And it's like, dude, you were saying at the combine when they asked you after getting rid of Rodgers, is it a rebuild? No. We're here to win now and going forward. And a lot of the players that are hurting them are moves that this new regime made. So that's part of my frustration too with this 0-4 start.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of look at, to me, I think a fair way to look at it is not all the holes on the roster, even like, oh, they don't have a wide receiver too. It's like, okay, if you didn't get to that in year one, like, all right, it's frustrating, but I get it. I think but you also have to look at, I don't know, man, you do have a corner in Stevens who's getting 12 million, who's not great, and then a top 75 pick who's like behind him on the bench. And it just seems, and again, maybe AZ Thomas will be like, clearly they thought he was so good they couldn't pass on him because it wasn't a big need. And maybe in his year 3, he'll be an awesome starter. And the last time the Jets have drafted a 3rd-round starter for multiple years was Jordan Jenkins. So maybe he's the best 3rd-round pick in a decade. And that'll be great. Like, logically, I understand how that works, but still, it's like when you have, Matt O'Leary at edge and Joe Caporoso at wide receiver, and it's like this top 75 pick, maybe on the bench for 2 years. Yeah. So some of those things are a little frustrating from a roster building perspective, how much of that is, Glenn Mougie or whatever. But I think that's inbounds to criticize. Now, in terms of his messaging, it's a lot of it is probably like just directives he gets from the PR, because back in March they're trying to sell their season tickets, and you can't tell the fans that they're rebuilding and then to send out your season ticket packages. So it's a little bait and switch there from Woody Johnson. For sure. I think Glenn has kind of found his balance a little bit with the media, where he's trying to, he kind of came in like new sheriff in town, and now I think he's been more like his goal right before the season started was a team that can garner pride. And I thought that was pretty good framing because there's no win total attached to it. It's like we all kind of get what that means. Hasn't quite happened yet through 4 games, but hopefully they could just play some clean football and lose games only because the other team is more talented or the other team has a better quarterback. But if you're losing games for reasons other than that, then I think it's reasonable to, give some criticism about that for sure.
And I think a couple things could be true, right? Like, you could be critical of an 0-4 team right now that looks awful, undisciplined, and the head coach has said they weren't going to be that. And also acknowledge it's 4 games, and we're not talking about firing the head coach at this stage of the year.
Yeah, it's also like, when do you draw the line of, because they did, this is a lot of Salah's players still here. It's a lot of dead money on the bill from Douglas and, 4 day 2 picks trade away from those guys. So where do you draw the line in the sand of like where that's no longer an excuse and it's kind of your team? I don't know, but probably like before the end of this year. I mean, at some point, especially with some of the guys that you invested in are not doing so hot. But one thing I did like about the Glenn hire was it does seem like, and who knows what's going on behind the scenes, is it seems like for the first time in a while, it really is one guy who has a lot of autonomy. Because if you remember, Saleh never spoke about the roster. Saleh always deferred to JD, whereas Coach Glenn would come out and say, "I'm not trading Breece Hall," and he's made a few other statements like that. Whereas, with Mike McCagnon and Todd Bowles, the scouts couldn't talk to the coaches, and then you had Saleh was like, "Dude, Saleh was below Woody, JD, like, and Aaron Rodgers. Like, they fired his OC so they could bring in Hackett. He didn't even have control over. He was so neutered by the end of it. It's like he was just a defensive coordinator and like a public spokesperson for the team. So they finally have one guy who's kind of in control, and he's going to get the credit if it works out and the blame if they don't. But that is one thing that I'm like, all right, it's his whole ship. Let's see if he could turn it a little bit faster to lean into his metaphor there. They definitely get those from somewhere, right? Like, it can't be a coincidence that both him and Robert Saleh both said instant coffee, right? Someone's got to write these lines for them, right?
Or it's just a sick, twisted world we live in, BJ.
They always beat the narrative of same old Jets, but it's not.
But I know this: they're not the same old Jets.
Everyone wants things now. It's the instant coffee age, but at the same time, we're grinding.
Here's what I do know. I know this is an instant coffee league. I know from the media to the fans, everybody expects this, when you just start, okay, we're going to the Super Bowl. But we've all played Legos before.
We'll watch the tape.
Watch the tape.
The pain never stops. Aaron Saleh, baby. We've done it again.
Yeah, I mean, well, clearly they've had the same PR guy since Gase, so it's like that's kind of how they are trained to talk. I
so
guess,
bad.
but they got to ban a few phrases though. Great weeks of practice.
Oh my God,
And,
I went viral yesterday for that. Did you see that one?
No, I saw that he said that. I didn't see what you said about it though.
Let me find this. I had to turn off notifications. My phone was blowing up. So Connor Hughes had like a tweet yesterday, and it was like, Aaron Glenn said the Jets had a really good week of practice, one of their better this season. And I saw that, and I'm like, oh God, the kiss of death. And I immediately responded, and I go, per ESPN research, the Jets are 0 and 1,256 when their coach says they had a good week of practice before the game. And as of now, it has 5,100 likes and 209 retweets. So any Jet fan, like, this is the kiss of death. You hear the coach say they had a good week of practice, they're getting their asses kicked on Sunday.
I want him to come out and say they had the shitty week of practice. Like, this is the worst week of practice we ever had. I mean, I would hammer the Jets money line.
Oh. Oh, man. Comments, questions, super chats for those two to get late. We got a great giveaway here. Sign Wayne Corbett jersey. We'll do a couple minutes more with the Buffalo Jet fan who's kind enough to give us some time. This one is from Nija, who says, bench Cisco and Adams, put Stevens and Moore at safety, start AZ and Sauce at corner. BJF, if Steve Wilkes listens to Nija and does this, your thoughts would be what?
I mean, I'll split the difference. I definitely agree with getting Malachi Moore in there for Adams. Stevens, I think he's going to be corner. I think he's going to be they signed him to be a corner. He's been okay the last couple of games. And Cisco, I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that makes us better, the whole collection of it, but I will agree getting Malachi Moore in there for Tony Adams, that's cool. I think Stevens hasn't been that bad, and Cisco is like a below average starter to where, like, I don't know, people say like bench him, but you have to bring somebody in. So if you bench Cisco and Adams, I don't know, like, you're going to have to be starting some practice squad safety. So that's probably not going to happen, but the next move has to be Malachi Moore for Tony Adams, or at least a mix. Dude, Tony Adams played 99% of the snaps. Like, can we at least mix in Malachi Moore, especially on rundowns, because Malachi Moore is very comfortable sniffing around the line of scrimmage, playing as a run defender. He's going to have some lapses in coverage because Baker Mayfield right away when Malachi Moore went in there was like, hey, nice to meet you. And it was a drop and an overthrow, or Malachi Moore would have let up 2 long plays. But Tony Adams isn't exactly Ed Reed in coverage either. So I know it's easy to say play the young guys when sometimes you don't have the option to, or sometimes the vets aren't as bad as we think. But that is one where it's so obvious that Malachi Moore for Tony Adams. I will definitely agree with that part of the super chat for sure.
Peter Storrs is in our Wayne Corbett jersey raffle for 5. He says, we got to get the W this week. How do we stop the passing attack? What do we do? Up till now, it just doesn't seem like our defense is capable, hoping for that number 80 ball. Well, it's not a ball. It is a jersey today, but you are also entered for the Wayne Corbett signed football as well, Peter. So thanks for the super chat of support. BJF, how do the Jets stop the passing attack? Do we need divine intervention? Do we need like the ghost of Adam Gase to affect Dak tomorrow? Like, what is going to be? Just Jamal Adams need to start at safety tomorrow and blitz up the middle like that famous game in 2019? How can the Jets stop the passing attack of the Cowboys?
Well, maybe Jarvis Brownlee Jr. coming in and playing at corner will give them a better shot in cover one because their slot corners have been getting eaten pretty good. And I would just, the number one thing, I have to look at what's the number one thing that is killing you. Well, man coverage is killing you, but you got to play man at some point. So I don't know. You just have to play better. But the play action and the over pursuit and getting bitten on play action, I think, is a discipline thing where like maybe you have to, and if you know the teams are going to do that, maybe you have to lean a little bit more towards getting your depth and like sacrifice the run a little bit because teams are just getting those free on those boots, like free 8 yards at a clip. Like if you're going to just at least come away and say, you know what, at least you can't do that. And then you have to go to some other plan B. And then you gotta tackle. You gotta make your tackles. You know, it's not rocket science. It's the elementary, you know, the fundamental components of the game where they're lacking in right now, and just find a way to force one turnover, just one.
For the love of God, it's just amazing, right? Miami didn't have a turnover either, and the Jets are like, "Oh yeah, well here's 3 for you. Enjoy. 2 on a kickoff. Why not?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fumble, and then and then Braylon Allen almost fumbled another one. Yeah, I think the inability to field a kick returner who's capable has been kind of pretty wild. You know, Coach Glenn said that he was talking with Tony Dungy about, you know, the slow start that they each got off to, and one of my buddies texted me and he said, "I bet if we had Mike Allstott, we would have used him at kick returner." He's 250-pound like running back, fullback type set at kick returner. I don't know.
I don't think anyone asked Glenn, by the way, why Braylon Allen was back there in the first place.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Isaiah Davis is actually, you know, he's not pretty, but I think he gets a pretty solid job done. But dude, now Isaiah Davis is your running back too, so you got to keep him healthy. You can't. I don't know if you want him back there either and risk him getting hurt because you need him as a running back. I don't know.
It never ends. This one is from John LG. Thank you, John. He says Cowboys game against Green Bay last week turned on a block extra point. 14-0 became 13-2. If the Jets win the toss, take the ball first and score 7. I understand that thought process because like if the Jets could get out to a lead, it allows them maybe to settle in and build some confidence. I also like the idea of getting the ball to start the second half, so you potentially put yourself in a spot where you could double up at the end of the first half. If you're Glenn, you win the toss, you taking the ball first or you want to defer?
Yeah, I'll take the ball. Sure. Their opening drives have been at least usually good for a field goal for the most part.
It's honestly very Gase-like. The opening drives the opening scripts have worked in a lot of these games so far.
The offense has been killed by penalties, and it seems like the offense it always happens in that you know, that yellow zone, right, where they get to the
30 to 50 yard line.
Yeah, and they kick themselves out of, you know, being able to really be aggressive and score a touchdown, and it's like pre-snap stuff. So they got to square that away. But the offense to me is really not that far away. I've actually been impressed with the offense.
If this team is as bad as it looks like it's headed, there's a lot of talk of, well, do you trust this regime to pick a quarterback? What are your thoughts on that conversation? And just like, because to me, like we've seen this, like if the Jets are picking that high, like trade out, give me all the picks. Like I don't want the Jets making a decision at quarterback. Take the last guy that happens to be there. That guy probably ends up being, you know, the best one. But just your thoughts as we sit here now. We're looking at 0-5, maybe 0-6 in the face.
Oh no,
this team could be picking in the top 3. Your thoughts on what that potentially means going into the offseason?
Well, that's why that's another reason why I think it's important to win some games, because what you don't want is the Jets to be operating out of a point of desperation at the end of the year. Like if they win, let's say they win 2 games and maybe they fire Steve Wilkes and everybody else is back, a 2-game season, and if it keeps looking as sloppy as this, there's going to be immense pressure just to take whatever quarterback is there, whether they love them, whether that whatever, like that's just what they're going to do from a job security standpoint. And maybe they should do that anyway. But if we go back to the beginning of the season where we're talking about, hey, like 7 wins, you're competitive, you're scrappy, it buys you a little bit. It buys you options to where you could say, hey, you know what? We're going to trade back. We don't love these QBs. Fields look serviceable. We can run it back with him for a little bit. There's this quarterback in the second round we like, who we could take, who could sit behind Fields. Maybe he'll play late in the season. But yeah, if they bottom out, then they're going to have to just take a QB out of desperation. And in terms of do we trust them to take a QB? I don't know, man. There's a lot of season left, and I've seen seasons turn on a dime for worse. I remember the Jets being 7-3. And then they didn't win. And Robert Saleh was the betting favorite to be coach of the year, and they didn't win another single game just a couple of years ago. Things can turn on a dime, so we'll have that conversation when we get to it. But yeah, man, you definitely want to start showing some pending competency for sure to have more confidence in that.
Let's say they finish with 2 wins. Is there any scenario where Aaron Glenn is Gerard Mayo?
I don't think so, because I think that it was a unique situation where the Patriots really wanted Vrabel. And I think if Vrabel wasn't available, then they probably would have given Mayo another shot. I mean, I don't think Mayo was good, but they kind of gave him a 3-win roster, and he won like three games. I think this Jets team is more talented than that. I don't think they're winning 2 games. Like, is that still optimistic? Is that still too optimistic? I don't think they're winning 2. I would bet the over of 2.5 still. So I think we'll clear that bar. I don't know. Maybe is that too homerish still? I think we get more than that.
Well, I think the problem is they're going to do what they always do, right? Like they'll win 2 of their last 3 games at the end of the year, and it's going to feel like the most hollow of wins. Like look at the final couple games here. They finished with at the Saints, home New England, and the Bills will be playing for nothing when they have the 1 seed locked up at that point. So I think they're going to win 2 of their final 3 games. I really do.
We're gonna beat Mitch Trubisky for the culture, Jake, and you will enjoy it.
I like. Couldn't you see that though? They'll win 2 of their final 3. I feel like it's a lock. I really believe that.
Yeah, that's why to me, like feeling confident about the infrastructure of your team is always more important than whatever the pick is or whoever the QB is. You know, you look at the Bills, the Ravens, the Chiefs. They all got the Packers. They all got their franchise QB. The Eagles all got their franchise QB drafted the year after they made the playoffs. So to me, like feeling confident about the team moving forward is more important than where they pick or whoever you like, because there's no Joe Burrow. I mean, I don't know. I like Fernando Mendoza. I like John Mateer, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm pounding the table for one of those guys. And again, Fields has not been too bad. So we'll see.
I'd trade back, or I'll do what the Giants did with Dart. Like I'll take a great player if I'm picking that high, and then if there's a quarterback I like, I'll move back into the first round and get him. It's not like the Giants gave up a ton, by the way, to get Dart. They still have their first round pick this year. They traded their second to move up, which is clearly worth it if you believe one of these quarterbacks could be your long-term answer.
Yeah, you definitely. And look, I know people like, if you don't love a guy, I think you got it, and you have a big offer, then you got to take it, because you know what's one more year. Whereas if you make the wrong pick, you're setting your team back like 3 more years. So yeah, it'll be interesting conversation if it comes down to it. But I don't think they'll be picking second, because the Jets have been pretty bad for a long time, and they very rarely.
Right.
I think they've only picked. Have they picked number 1 since what? Keyshawn?
The last time they picked number 1 was the Keyshawn year. Or actually, did they trade out of the number 1 pick the year after that?
Yeah, I don't think they've picked number 1 since I've been like old enough to follow the team and know what's going on.
Because Parcells traded it when he had the number 1 pick, when he inherited the Kotite team.
Yeah, so we usually don't finish like top 1 or top 2. Very rarely.
I'm with you. BJF, we'll get you out of here on this. Score prediction for the game tomorrow.
All right, come on. Jets 24, Cowboys 23, walk-off field goal by Nick Folk. Come on.
Come on, Jake. The former Cowboy sticking it. Let's go. We'll be able to update this from the no wins dance to the 1-win dance. Hell yeah. Can't wait. BJF.
One win, baby. And we got to get Nick Folk in XL. That jersey was
that was tight.
That jersey was screaming for its life, man. Thanks, Jake.
Thanks for your time, man. And hopefully your Twitter account doesn't get suspended briefly for any funny tweets about my post-game shows again.
Take care, guys. Go Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Jet fan with us. Go subscribe to his channel. He's the man. Has to actually live in Buffalo as a Jet fan. It ain't easy. Let's give someone a signed Wayne Corbett jersey. I'm holding it in my hand right now. You win this if you enter the Asmaniac raffle. Gift the membership to qualify. Also, I was hosting the show and working at the same time. The Gabagool sent in a super chat. He says, release a Beast tank top, and I'll sign up for a year of Discord Plus. Purchase multiple Beast shirts. Hashtag Beast Alliance. What I have right now are 3 options for the community to weigh in on. Shirt number 1, aka tank top number 1. Tank top number 2. Tank top number 3. I don't know who the model is wearing the shirt there. Tank top there. So those are your 3 options. Gator quickly sent me 3 Beast cartoon photos. You tell me which is the best one. Or do we make all 3 available for you, Gabagool? If you're still watching, you let us know. I'm expecting you to go out there and make it happen for us. Now, I got to be honest. I don't remember which one was which. I think this was 1. This was 2. Oh, you know what? 2. I had the wrong order here. Hold on. I realized the 2 are the same. This is why you don't want to. This is why you don't want to work and host a show at the same time. Here's the other option. All right, I'm going to do this again. Ready? So this is 1. This is 2. And this is 3. So, chat, you let me know. 1, 2, 3. And Gabagool, if you're out there, you got to let us know. Now, I also want to wish a very special birthday to Lane Kerner. The Lane train says it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Lane. Here to sing happy birthday to Lane is the great Robert Woodruff. Hello, Bobby.
Hello. How you doing, Jake? Thank you for letting me call in. I appreciate that. Yes, I like number 3. That was a good shirt for him. That looks funny. Doesn't it?
Start singing, baby. Let's go.
I know, but I like number 3 shirt that you showed.
You like this one?
Yes, I do like that one. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Beast Breaker. Yes. Do you like that one too?
I do. I want you to sing, though. I'm trying to do a show here. Let's go.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lane. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a great birthday today, because I love you very much. And tell your mom I said hello. Happy birthday to you. How was that?
Great jazz hands, Bob. Tremendous.
Jazz hands. I got that from that movie. What was that movie called? J-O-B. Job, job, job.
Well done, Bobby Midnight. All right, open phone lines for those who want in on the conversation. Reminder, we got a giveaway for those tuning in late. Dave Brigger wrote in that he's been a Jet fan since 65, and it's the lowest point he can remember. Yeah, I mean, Dave, I can't tell you you're wrong for feeling that way. It's been tough. Ladies and gentlemen, we showed you the 3 Beast tank tops. Why don't we hear from the man himself and get his opinion on which ones he likes the most? Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing, because it's time.
You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches from goddamn Scarlet. I've got a problem with my prepaid card. I'm trying to fix it.
It's a great view of your boobs, Beast. Thank you.
Hey! Watch it! You think I got enough going on right now? I'm trying to figure out what there's some bogus charge on my card, and I don't like the sign of that.
What do you mean? I don't understand what I said was wrong. I said it's a nice view of your boobs.
There's a bogus charge on my card right now. I'm trying to get a hold of this credit card company and find out what the hell is going on around here. Something doesn't add up right.
What was the charge for, Beast?
Total AV. I have no idea what the hell this is. This doesn't make any sense. I'm sitting there looking at this and going, what the hell is going on around here? something doesn't add up right on my end of the stick there, because that smells like shit, and I ain't buying not one bit of that. This is wrong. Completely
Hey, King
wrong.
Lowski says nobody gives a shit, Beast.
Dude, I don't want to, don't just stay out of my way today. Enough's enough. Trying to figure this out. I already gave this company my card number, and they still haven't even accessed.
It's a good look at the moves, though, Beast. Also, tell us about your honeycomb with everything bagel that you had for breakfast.
Hey, the everything bagel was actually pretty crunchy. Very crunchy. You know what? How about we just put a poll up? What does Jake like? What poll or what bagel does Jake like? Everything bagel, Parmesan, French toast, regular, blueberry, cinnamon, or does he like something with a little onion in it?
Hey, Beast, which tank top do you like?
I'm not interested in tank tops. Those are for girls.
I'm going to send one to you.
Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. I like regular shirts. Professionalized. What do you think? I'm some kind of a dope?
What do you mean? Tank tops are awesome.
No thanks. I'm a regular t-shirt guy. You should know by now. Now I'm gonna take care of some business here. Get on the phone with these morons again and tell them, excuse me, why is there a charge on my card when I didn't even nobody gives a shit.
All right, thank you, Beast. We'll check back in with you never. More of your calls right now. Chuck Wagon is next. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, Chuck. What's going on?
Not much. I'm just looking over the Jets salary cap while you were with your first guest. Just thinking what it'd be like if we got rid of some players like Tony Adams, Clemens, Lazard. Do you know much about the salary cap and all that, the calculations?
Not off the top of my head. I do know that they have a lot more cap space this offseason, and I do think that Michael Carter, I was looking at his contract the other day. There's cap relief if they release him.
Yeah. And we're about 13 million right now in cap space. I guess that's pretty good, but no, I was just looking at our cap space and who we should get rid of and all that. So I was just wondering if maybe you had a specialist that knew more about it that you bring on.
Yeah, we'll get to that, as the year goes on, if we get a little closer to, figuring out what the season is. We'll have all off season for that. But I mean, look, they'll have more flexibility. But I mean, this regime's first big free agent signing was Brandon Stevens. You have faith in them spending money on the right players? Like, come on.
Yeah, now with a 22 million dead cap charge to him.
Well, they're not gonna get rid of him, but I'm just saying, like, they had money this past offseason, contrary to what the narrative was. Oh, they had no resources. Well, they're the ones who chose, by the way, to split up Rodgers' cap hit to give them even more money this offseason. Why would you do that if the plan was just to be bad and suck? Like so many of you are now conveniently trying to spin what the expectations were for this year. So I have very little confidence in Muji so far. I think he has not done a good job to this point, and hopefully that changes.
I agree.
Chuck Wagon, thank you. Muji's first two picks look solid, which is a plus. The free agent signings do not look good at all. And that's also on Glenn, too, because as we discussed, Muji reports to Glenn. It's not a move that's made that Glenn doesn't sign off on. Woody Johnson referred to Darren Muji as Glenn's sidekick at the introductory press conference. Bronx Jet fan gifting a membership. He's in the raffle for one. Speaking of the Bronx, let's go Yanks. Let's get her done. He's in for two. He gifted another one. Bronx Jet fan joining our raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, up next on the Gusbuster Hotline is none other than the birthday boy.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good. Thank you, Jake. Hi.
Happy birthday, Lane.
It has happened.
What are you doing for your big day?
Wait, October 6th. It's not really yet, but yeah.
Oh, wait, today's not your birthday?
Well, I'm practicing for it. I'm probably gonna probably just gonna have some dinner on Sunday. Then, probably gonna have something else. I already got some like a nice birthday card from my nice girlfriend and some nice cupcakes. And but yeah, I'm just like waiting for when the right time is because I'm just like waiting to see when because of the Jews holidays won't be able to have any people over. So I'm gonna
Wait
have
a
to wait
second.
until maybe the following week.
So your birthday is Monday, though, Lane.
Yeah, but because of the Jews holiday, I can't have anybody over until like, after the following week.
So when you say you're practicing for your birthday, what exactly does that entail? I've never heard of anyone doing that.
Well, I'm gonna have some cake and stuff.
Okay, so you're gonna have cake today in preparation for your actual birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, the real like reason why I called is that I was watching the Jets game. I don't know why they can't win. I mean, is it maybe like why do you think maybe? You think maybe they just can't move the ball?
They can't score enough points to make up for the fact they commit so many mistakes.
Now the thing was like Sauce Garner and also Brandon Jacobs and stuff. Do you start Justin Fields for week 5 already?
I would start Justin Fields. Yes.
Why don't you start like on Tucker? Marcel.
Who?
Tucker on the
Who's
Giant.
Tucker?
I mean, Marcel.
Marcel Tucker?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Marcel Tucker.
Yeah, but anyway, how do you feel that like because I saw it in the chat? Do you trade maybe Martinez going into the draft next year?
I got news for you. Martinez is not on the Jets anymore. He's on the Niners.
Yeah, so going into 2026 for the draft picks, like do you I mean who can you draft? Like if they don't do good this year, do you add somebody else? Because I heard that they signed somebody.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens in the draft. You know.
Yeah, did they sign I saw that they signed another player. And so anyway, I heard that you were at the Yankees game.
I was.
Yeah, they're playing today.
They are.
Yeah, and like, so, I mean, I think the Yankees rotation is going to be good.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel nervous about the series, though.
Now, Lane,
'Cause you're
tell us,
facing Blue
besides
Jays.
eating cake, what else are you going to do to prepare for your birthday?
Well, I got some gifts already. I got some pajamas and got a sports shirt. That's like coming soon. And I'm trying to figure out what else should I be doing. And I had some Chinese food last night. Had some nice like ribs and stuff.
How were the ribs?
They were good. Uh, uh, and let me see what else. Oh, yeah. So I mean, like honestly, like if the Jets keep dropping the ball, I mean, it's just not going to be good and stuff.
I love the shirt, Lane. You waited so long to show that off.
I've been using the lane train shirt with my face on it. It's kind of tight, but I'm just really thinking that if you start like the Giants on Sunday, it might be a little bit like nervous because they finally won a game, but I don't think that you know, I don't know about the Jets. I don't think they're gonna go to the playoffs this year.
Hey, Lane, do you want a Beast Breaker tank top?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite? This one, or this one?
The first one.
You like this one?
Yeah. So, how's he doing?
Let's
On
ask
the
him.
other end.
6'6".
Yeah, let me see
Hey,
where
Beast.
Beast Breaker. Oh, hi, Beast Breaker. Right there? Oh.
I
She
just
watching
gave it to you
TV?
twice. What the hell is wrong with you? Give me someone American I can speak to. You're making me feel very frustrated.
Yes. Are you okay, too? Why are you so upset?
Give me someone American I can talk to.
Oh God, he's talking to someone in customer service, Lane.
I know how that feels.
I already gave you the account number. Why are you sitting here BSing me? I'm trying to tell you one thing. I'm trying to get this explained out to you, but you're sitting there with your hand up your ass, making me look like I'm the bad guy.
I'm talking to Jake Asman.
Huh?
The Jake Asman self. I'm telling about the Jets and stuff.
What? Excuse me. Are you gonna get to the point, or are you just gonna stand there? What's the
She's
point?
very upset right now.
Hello? Yeah. You want to answer
Danny's off the
hell?
phone. Yeah, are you okay?
I'm throwing away those oranges there.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, Beast?
Oh, are you okay?
Beast, you there?
No.
I know you hear me, Beast. Beast. Lane wants to say hi to you. It's his birthday in 2 days. He's practicing for it.
I know. I already wished him a happy birthday. It's just
Oh,
I'm trying to take
thank
care
you.
of a very big problem here that I don't deeply appreciate.
All right, Lane. I'll let you get back to practicing your birthday, and I'll try and calm Beast down. All right?
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you.
You
Yeah.
got it. Love you, Lane. Beast, what's the problem?
I don't know what the hell I don't know what the hell's wrong with my card, but I am already this most pissed off. I don't know where this charge came from because I only used the Total AV once for my phone because it was acting stupid, and now I'm trying to figure out where this charge came from, and now it's like, oh, you dummies.
Well, you did use it though, right? Maybe did you not read the fine print?
Only once.
How much does it cost to use?
Charged for some BS.
How much does it cost to use?
The question is, no one will tell me. I've gone on the site only once because my phone was acting stupid a month ago. Now I'm trying to figure this all out and going.
So how much did they charge you?
I had a problem fighting with one of the idiots on the phone. Couldn't speak one blatant word of English. It's like,
what did they charge you?
$9.99.
So this is all over $10?
I got enough of a headache right now.
Is this really all over $10, Beast? What's your Venmo, Beast? You have a Venmo? I'll give you $10 right now to make you whole.
Wait. Let me give me a second. We're gonna repair this.
Okay.
Give me a
I'm
second.
here for you,
Give me
Beast.
a minute. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm here.
All right, we got something here. Okay.
Hey,
Okay,
Dylan says,
I got you a Venmo right here.
No. I want to know how much did you get charged? Is it $10?
Yeah, it was 10.
All right,
Don't
show
know
everyone
where
what your
it came
Venmo
from.
is.
I didn't Venmo anything. It just came off my card, and I'm like,
I know you didn't Venmo anything. What is your Venmo username?
Jason Storm at Jason Storm 31.
All right, let's see if we can do something about this here. Stand by.
My head is going to explode.
Hey, make sure you cancel whatever you're being charged for.
I'm going to call these assholes back after I get done with you guys. I'm going to call these dickwads up and tell them, hey, this charge here is bogus. I smell shit on it. I ain't buying it. Next time you do something like this, I'll find another company that at least respects my wishes and respects me for who I am. And I don't.
Hey, I can't find your Venmo. Jason Storm 31 doesn't exist.
What? This doesn't.
Show us your Venmo.
Wait. Let me see this problem.
Why don't you pull up your Venmo, click the app, show us the username.
Here at Jason minus Storm. It's a capital STORM minus 31. Let me try and find you first, because
I'm looking for you. I can't find you here.
I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can find you first, because this is insane. This is really insane. Let me see if do you even have one? Do you even have one?
Also, what is total AV? Can you explain what that is?
Hey, bud, I just found you.
What is total AV?
It's like a freaking it's kind of like malware where you do a lot of cleaning out on the phone and stuff like that. I just sent you a request on Venmo. Oh my head. I'm gonna need headache pills, and I'm gonna need some good old fashioned.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Beast is Venmo. Yes.
I got a headache. I have a real headache right now.
That's his Venmo, everyone. He was saying it wrong. It's Jason-Storm-31.
My head.
That's his Venmo. All right, Beast. What do you're down $9.99?
Yeah. Yes.
Here you go, buddy. We're gonna make you whole. All right.
I'm gonna need some pills for headaches.
The deed is done, Beast. You've been made whole.
Yes.
There you go.
Now, you go enjoy the rest of your day. Okay. I'm gonna go take pills. See you later.
All right, man. You go do your thing. All right. Farewell, Beast. See you soon. Or never.
You can kiss my big ass. Woo!
Beast has been made whole, folks. A couple super chats here. Andrew C. just made me whole. He says, tough watching this team. Thank you for holding it together, Jake. Andrew C., you're the man. Hope you're well. In the raffle for 2. Andrew C. also says, how's Clifton? And he also wrote, how's your pops? Steve Asman's well. You want to know how Clifton is? Well, I'll tell you. You'll get your answer right now.
I got to tell you, Jake, I'm doing pretty good.
You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My daughter had a winning soccer game already this morning at 9:00 this morning. I got entertainment from Beast arguing with customer service from India. We've got, the Jets brand being associated with Marshall Tucker, which is definitely a winning combination.
Yep.
We've got a whole bunch of things. I Total AV, I think, is like an antivirus provider. So I don't know if that helps Beast at all. Maybe he did something for his computer that he doesn't recall. I'm sure that he'll be able to think it through rationally and be able to come to a satisfactory conclusion. That's what he does.
Beast is always able to problem solve as well as anyone we know. So I agree with you.
Yes. I mean, I didn't get to watch all of the dialogue with Buffalo Jets fan. I was kind of in and out a little bit. I don't really think we have much of a chance tomorrow, to be quite frank with you. Even with the injuries to the offensive line for Dallas. I mean, we kind of felt the same way going into the Buccaneers game, and it didn't pan out due to some of their offensive line injuries. You know, until we can prove that we can get home, you know, we can't get home. So, like, all these teams, they double team Quinnen. You know, we've got JJ, you know, coming back from an injury and in and out of the lineup, and we've got Michael Clemens out there, and it really shows when it comes to putting pressure on the quarterback, which is what we need to do against a team that should be able to put up points. That's pretty much all I had to say about you know, tomorrow's game. There's more soccer to come this weekend, so I might be in and out. But good luck to everyone, and enjoy the game tomorrow.
Let's get a dub, Kyle Clifton, but I agree with you. I don't really see it. Good call. Beastbreaker. I need somebody American. We might have to put that on a t-shirt. Special July 4th sale this year. Photo of Beast. I need somebody American. Last chance to get in here. If you want in on the program, we're giving away this jersey here. Not a ton of entries. Only 9 gifted memberships during the show so far. So if you ever wanted to win an Asmaniac raffle, this could be your day to win a signed Wayne Corbett jersey. I'll mail it to you today. Unless you live internationally, then that's a whole nother ordeal. More of your calls before we wrap. The great Peg and Artie are next. Hello, Peg and Artie. Looks like it might just be
Jake.
Artie right now. Hello, Artie.
Yeah, Peg's getting ready. We're going out. I just want to give a quick call. I just want to say thanks again to Spencer. I got my CJ Mosley signed jersey that he was
Looks
so
great.
nice enough to gift me. And also thank you to Purple Belt Mike and Jake West, my man, for nominating us to win this. So I just wanted to thank you guys. We got to win tomorrow, man. Let's go. Oh, here's the warden.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, what's up, Peg?
Not too much. Hoping for a W tomorrow.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice. I think we'll be all right down the road. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll win. Hopefully everybody don't lose their mind before that, though, you know?
Love the jersey. I'm going to be doing some memberships here in a second, Jake.
Love it, Peg. Love it. The jersey looks great. Maybe you guys will win another one today. We got this
Hey.
Wayne Corbett one up for grabs.
There's nothing better than a motivated warden. I can tell you that.
That's
All right,
awesome.
guys, have a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Peg and Artie. Yeah.
Do they ever force a damn turnover?
That's how they're going to win tomorrow if they're going to do it. Peg and Artie. They got to turn Dak over, create some short fields for the Jet offense, dominate the time of possession. Rebecca says, what time is the Jets game tomorrow? 1 o'clock. Basically, all the Jets games are at 1 besides the Monday night game they already played. Next week's game will be 9:30 in the morning because it's in London. And they have one other Thursday night game, and then they're at 1 o'clock for every other game. So we're almost at that point where it's just like, oh, just 1 o'clocks. Next week's going to be wild, right? I'll be on the radio during the first 3 quarters of the game. God. Jersey Jet has gifted a membership. He's in the raffle for 1. Thank you, Jersey Jet. By the way, this show has produced 2 of the all-time lines in the recent history of this program. Lane Train saying he's practicing for his birthday, and Beastbreaker saying, I need somebody American. Unreal. All right. Can this show get any more wild? It might. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream, Andrew C. is on the line. Hello, Dream.
Jake,
Dream.
what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Here we go. The dog. 1 second.
Take your time, Dream.
Yeah, he's a fan of yours, I guess. I was really happy for you to get the Yankee win because, Jake, you need a little something to keep that motor running for us Jet fans, correct?
Yes, Dream. I think. Maybe.
No, I'm talking about the Yankee win.
It was a
You
great win.
needed that. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, boy. Wind. Oh, look at the wind. Yeah, hurricane. All right. All right. I'm out of here.
That's it?
Well, I mean, what else you got?
Well, you tell me. How do you feel about the Jets tomorrow?
I've been a little, a little bit scarce. The Jets, I don't know, man. I mean, it's like you said something. Somebody said something on your show the other day, and it kind of made me feel the same way. It's like Jets, Jets. All right, let's go. He said, "Hey, Jake, I'm out of here. See you next season." And he's a good caller, right? It's like, and it's fucked up, man. It's like, oh my god, man. We're losing people, right?
We are losing people. Yeah, people die every day.
No, I mean losing Jet fans.
Yeah, Jet fans die every day too.
Come on, like, well, you are the man. You're holding us all together, right? You're like that, you know, that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man thing, right?
Tubman McGuire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that one. Check it out. Glasses.
You look good, Dream.
Thank you. All right there. So, dude, Cowboys. I don't know. I can't. Remember when you said if I uh buy the NFL package, the thing, right? And then you were like, "Oh, Dream. You could actually cancel it." I can't cancel it. I'm in. I'm locked in. Gotta watch all these games. And the worst part about that I have the NFL season ticket is I bought it, right? And it the whole part of the thing is fun if your team is in the mix, right? If they're not in the mix, I don't want to watch any other. I don't want to watch anybody else's team be happy about wins. Where's my win? All right, that's basically all I got to say. Jake, you there?
Yes, Dream.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I got to say. We suck.
Hey, what are you drinking today, Dream?
Oh, Sailor Jerry, every day, all day. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Dream.
What are you drinking?
Right now, water.
How did you do for Stephen A. Smith? I heard you filled in. That's
It went
big.
well. The show went smooth. Talked a lot of Yankee baseball, playoff baseball, NFL
Yeah,
preview.
dude, that's big time. You're big time.
I'm just trying to be like you, Dream. One step at a time here.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man.
Hey, Dream, you have a Jet Chan in you?
No, come on. You've seen both of my Jet Chans. You've seen my sad Jet Chan, and then you've seen the
Give us a real Jet chant. We're trying to
No,
manifest the
you
win.
saw that before the Josh Allen Bills Jet
Yeah,
chant.
but we're
And
trying to win. We're trying to
where
win,
did
Dream.
where
Get
did that get
loud.
it?
Come on,
Where
bring
did
the
that
passion.
no? Where
Do
did
you want to
that
win
get
or
us?
not? Do you want to win or not, Dream?
Yes, Jake.
All right, we spend all our time watching this shit team. Let's do everything in our power to try and win.
I mean, I yelled at my neighbors with the Jet chant before the Bills game.
We'll do it again.
Well,
What about before the Cowboy game?
I don't know.
Let's go. Jets, 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 Jets.
Jake, I don't know how much I got left in me with
You got
this
it.
team.
You got it. I believe in you, Dream. There's 1,000 of people watching that believe in you.
1,000?
Thousands.
Yeah. I don't know, Jake. I don't know with this team.
Jets, 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 Jets. Come on.
JTS.
Louder.
JTS.
Louder.
JTS. How's Clifton?
Louder.
How's Clifton?
Can you be louder with your Jet chant? Next question.
I mean, what time is it? 12:40? All right. Let's see what we got. Let's get the old diaphragm going, right?
Yeah.
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 What about this guy? What about this guy?
Louder.
JTS.
Louder, son.
Another yell?
Louder. Passion.
I saw you spliced my yell at your face last time before the Josh Allen.
I need passion, Dream. They're not going to win tomorrow if we can't hear you.
How is Purple Belt?
No, don't deflect. Louder. Let's go. Passion.
Oh, don't deflect. All right. Okay. All right. How's Purple Belt?
Dream.
All right.
Let's go.
What? All right. Okay. Ready? D-E-C-S! Yes, yes, yes!
There it is, Dream. Let's go. Well done, sir. That's what we need, that energy. Party with Peg and Artie. Gifting the community 5 memberships. Hit it, Calturn.
And Jet fans are clueless. I mean, they're dopes. They don't know anything. This is a really good hire. Gase is a great coach. Okay, Adam Gase is Kyle Shanahan before Kyle Shanahan. Gase is a great coach.
We need Glenn to go Gase tomorrow and get his first win as the Jet coach against the Cowboys as they're starting 0-4. Wayne Corbett signed jersey. A couple minutes left in the show. You want to win it? You got to get the membership to qualify like Peg and Artie just did. All right, home stretch here. Ladies and gentlemen, up next on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is none other than the great One Punch Dave Brigham.
He thinks that Charles and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy hates to see us maniacs complain. What he call him, One Punch Brigham. You need to get a job. What he call him, One Punch Brigham. The beast is on his ass. Call him One Punch Brigham. Does anyone see me Mac? Call him One Punch Brigham. 'Cause you only need one.
Jake,
Hello,
good
Dave.
morning. God save the dream, please. Oh, that poor man. He needs to get away from that bottle. It's too early in the day, Dream. Too early. And plus, he needs a new set of glasses. How are you today, Jake?
I'm hanging in, Dave. I am ready to watch some baseball later and hopefully a football W tomorrow.
I hope there's something to watch tomorrow. I mean, there's been a bad 2 weeks. It's been a bad season. 0-4. I don't know about tomorrow. I don't have much hope. It's got to that point, Jake. It just, hey, I've been around here a long time. It's pretty much, I've seen some bad seasons. This is bearing on unbearable. I mean, just unbearable. Coaching, poor talent valuation, just giving games away. I don't know. Hey, what's you all saying? If they win tomorrow, even a blind squirrel can find a nut once in a while, as the old statement goes. I like to see them win, but I don't have much faith. Not the last couple of weeks. After the Tampa experience in that stadium, and then last week when we lose to the Miami Dolphins, who were garbage, and I mean garbage, you got to be kidding me. I mean, that was a game that you got to win. You had to win. You had to win that game to preserve the season. Outside of some miracle from above, I don't see much happening this year. It's pretty much a sad situation. And I feel bad for you. You hang in there, man. Yeah, you run a great show. We have tremendous fans, and this is what we get. We kick a butt. All we do is get kick in the butt. No promise. There's never any promise. Never any progress. Just a kick in the butt for our fans, for our faithful, loyal fans that deserve so much better. It's terrible. It's just terrible. So I just want to check in before we go 0-5. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I've never been this down with this team. Really, I got down a lot of teams, but I thought there was going to be some progress here. Just that defense is like, you and me could go out there and tackle better, Jake, and that's pretty much serious, really. I mean, I think I could probably tackle better than those guys. At least I know I'd try. Maybe I'd get killed, but I'd make a tackle.
Amen, Dave.
That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. We have more zip in us than they do.
Hang in there,
What can be
Dave.
said, my friend?
Hang
What
in
can be
there.
said?
Maybe they will
I'm
be that
hanging,
blind
man.
squirrel.
Hey, Jake, I never give up. But I mean, it's hard to have hope, man. It's hard to have hope when you see this disaster. I mean, you gotta be, I mean, it's just hard. It's hard. I feel bad. I mean, you guys are out there that's content creators, and you're all the best. And you're giving it your all, but we don't get anything in return. We don't get anything in return. So
nope.
I know there's a lot of meetups tomorrow. For those guys meeting up, that'll probably be the best part of the day. Unfortunately, but we still have to have hope. But it's hard. It's very hard. So outside of that, hope it's hope you're going to the game tonight. Going to the Yankee game.
They're in Toronto, so I'm hoping to get to one of the games next week when they come back to the Bronx.
Oh. Yeah, I know the Phillies are playing at home, and I know Addison wants the Dodgers to win, but we're just hoping that he's got a lot of hope. But I'm hoping the Phils take him. So
it's gonna be a great series.
See, but let's see what happens tomorrow. All the fans going to the game. Yeah, have a great time, and I know you'll be at the radio show with Mr. T, and tell him thanks for his input. So far, it's no good. So
I'll let him know, Dave. You're the best. Hang in there, all right?
You can't make it. Yeah, I'm doing good. Don't worry about me. I'll hang in there to the end, But all these young guys, just keep the faith in a time of trouble. In a time of this is Jets tribulation, the great Jets tribulation. All right, men. God bless. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great one-punch Dave Brigham.
He thinks that Gary needs more shots upside his head. This cowboy hates when you don't believe in achievement. Well, they call him one-punch Brigger. The moon landing was great. They call him one-punch Brigger. His claim is not too dirty. Call him one-punch Brigger. Hated jokes is like his ass. The one-punch Brigger comes in everything he done. Yeah.
We love you, Dave. Hang in there. It's tough right now. I mean, this team is poorly coached. They beat themselves, and they don't have a win through the first 4 weeks. Something they haven't done since 2020. It's embarrassing. And if Glenn loses tomorrow, no Jet coach has started their coaching career 0-5. So it's tough. They're going to win some games, but they'll win them late, and they will feel very hollow. That's my fear. Hey, shout out to Snowball. He says, give Lane 2 shots of the jersey. He gifted or entered Lane in twice here with his $10 super chat. Our guy Anthony Logerato checking in, gifting a 5 spot for the people.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dylan Barr, Jay Sams, K Brock, Big Isles fan, the Human Fund, all receiving a membership gifted to them from Anthony. Robin with his super chat. Congrats to Dave Brigger. We both have been Jet fans since 1965. I think the Lou Holtz Jets were worse, though. They were a clown show. They alternated Namath and Todd during games. God. Lou Holtz was the worst. All right, ladies and gentlemen, home stretch here. Up next is a guy who will bring it up close and personal.
I got my eye on you. Checkmate me, full screen. It's fireball, whiskey time. David motherfucking T.
Hi, Jake.
David T, how are we feeling?
You know what? I'm feeling really good today. Tomorrow's going to be a great day for Jet football. Let's play 2.
Let's get it done somehow.
Yep. And all week I've been down on Aaron Glenn. I've been, down on the team in general, and looking to next year and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to go there. And I agree with you and your experts. They're gonna win a couple games this year. They're not supposed to win. And why not it be tomorrow? And my reasoning is, did you say Craig from Australia and his family are going to be there tomorrow?
Craig's family will be in the building tomorrow. That is correct.
And their previous attendance of Jets games, they were always victories.
They are 2-1. Well, Craig is 2-1 lifetime at Jets games.
Okay, well that's winning. So I'm just gonna be thinking about them being in the building and giving the Jets, the good luck and aura, for the game.
From your lips to God's ears, David T.
Why not us, Jake? Why not us?
David, bring the passion, baby. Love it.
JETS. Yes. All right, let's go.
What's your problem now?
I can't. I'm trying to figure out the password. We're up to the new password, and I can't even get one. It's
password for what?
They're telling me to create a new password, and I'm sitting there going, we're trying to figure this all out, and it doesn't make no sense.
Does anyone have it more difficult than you, Beast?
Oh, yeah. And this new technology of today is it's very, very complicating. It's like you want to pull your hair out almost. We're still stuck at this create a new password. So I don't even know a password. I'm freaking screwed up on it.
Hey, Peter Castro says idiot would be perfect.
Hey, Castro, why don't you go bend over and get rammed up by a donkey's ass?
Hey, Dave Brigger says, Beast, relax. You're making yourself sick. Take your time. Have you thought about making your password?
Trying something here.
Gator says, was Beast the best choice as your tech support engineer? I still believe in him, Gator. Absolutely.
It won't let me through it. So I tried Raunchy 14. Didn't want to work.
Raunchy 14. That's your password?
No. It's still in red. It says minimize 8 characters, maximum 20. Must include upper and lowercase letters. You son of a bitch.
Hey, Barney writes in, Jets will end the season with a winning record.
We'll see. Don't don't put your money where your mouth is, because we got a long way to go still. And plus, Knicks basketball's coming up. We got a little bit more importance to that. I'm ready. I'm ready for some basketball.
I
Why
love
not?
it when I see Beastbreaker think. He's so sexy as a computer geek. That's from Rebecca.
Yeah, we'll leave a message. I have to try and figure this out. It's not as easy as this looks, because we are living in a different time warp at a different time.
Hey, try Raunchy 13, Tame says. Also, Gator says, did you get our Venmos? You're welcome.
Yep. Yes, I did. And now we're still fighting this crap.
How about a thank you to Gator who paid you?
Well, thanks, Gator. Remember, leave a message at the beep.
What does that mean? Leave a message at the beep. He paid your ass.
I know that, but I'm doing it like Ric Flair going, remember, wait for the woo at the end of the beep.
Hey, try I'm not a meatball 69.
This is so stupid. Let's see if it's gonna work.
Hogwarts 350 LBs.
You see this right here? The
No, we
bird.
can't. Your camera's blocking. We see your breasts though. They're magnificent.
I'd rather see a girl's tits than put up with nonsense, because I'm trying to figure this out.
Hey,
calm your freaky down.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Go to another caller until I'm trying to figure this out.
All right, stand by.
There's one. Got it. Gotcha. Come on, man. Oh, bullshit, man. This is really ridiculous. Really getting me really ridiculous. There has to be another way to get in there. This is so fucking stupid. Oh. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I am starting to get really mad. Nobody gives a shit. They make this shit more complicated like it's never been before. I am not a meatball.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the part of the call where Beast turns his camera off and thinks that means that we still can't hear every word he says. And he's gone. All right. Perfect timing because I got things to do today. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to give somebody a signed Wayne Corbett jersey.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Good luck to everyone who entered, but there can only be one winner today. And if you win, you got to email me your name and address so I know where to send the signed jersey to. If you don't win, you automatically are entered in our weekly raffle for the 3 prizes this week. That will be on Tuesday morning when Robbie Sabo is our scheduled guest. Good luck to all, but your winner of a signed Wayne Corbett jersey is who else but the king of raffle wins? Anthony Logerato. Anthony, let's go. You're the winner. Go Jets, and especially let's go Yanks. Hit it. Hell yeah, Anthony. Congratulations. Have you won a Corbett jersey before? I don't know. But either way, you're getting another one. Hell yeah. Congrats, Anthony. I'll get that sent out for you either later today or certainly early this upcoming week. Well deserved. Congrats. And again, thank you to everyone who supports these raffles. Couldn't do it without you. Before we get out of here, reminder, if you haven't downloaded 1v1me, you definitely should. It is a great app if you're someone who's competitive about sports, about being competitive about video games. 1v1me brings sports competitiveness to video games. Every single day you can watch and stake on matchups in Madden, NBA 2K, FC, Call of Duty, Search and Destroy. All the games stream live. Every match has referees, payouts, instant. These aren't just random online lobbies. They're the best players in the scene. Pros, streamers, rivals, with season playoffs and championship games on the line. Every game matters. Over 100 million has already been paid out on the app, and the community is growing fast. If you're a sports fan, a gamer, just someone who loves having a little extra in the line, 1v1me is where you need to be. It's not about winning. It's about bragging rights, too. Every match has the chat going crazy. You could back your pick in real time. Download today. Use code ASMAN. Your first take on the app is risk-free. That's code ASMAN for a risk-free first stake. On that note, thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to the Buffalo Jet fan for guest starring. I will leave you guys with something that needs to be played on a day like today. Sit back and enjoy the greatness that is Mets fan 2128. Go Jets. Post-game show live right after the game tomorrow. See you then.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
B-Mac. Look at my new hat. B-Mac. I'm a Steelers fan now. Women hate my dude face. Now I'm such a fraud. I'd eat Rodgers' poop right from the source before he wipes.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.